Ooh, I'm glad Kyle Huber's not here.
You know they're not over both ears. Maybe.
Oh yeah, and I am 100%.
You actually can only hear stuff if you hear it out of both ears at once.
Yeah, that's how hears
work.
That's how hears work. Microphone. Oh
Hears,
yeah, there we
hears.
go. Okay.
Oh, for real? Oh no. Mark Waite finds out today he's deaf in one ear.
Yeah. It's like, gosh, I think the movie's called Little Miss Sunshine, where the kid wants to be in the Air Force so bad. Then he finds out that he's colorblind, and then they won't let him in because he's colorblind.
Oh, sad.
I don't remember. I thought Little Miss Sunshine.
He had no idea. I think
is that
it's
like one of the kids, like the friends? Because isn't Little Miss Sunshine like she's dressed like a bee the whole time? And then they're going to like some. Yeah.
They're going to like one of those child contests for beauty, like Harley Jarvis, like one of those contests. And then, the whole time Grandpa is doing heroin, and he is also teaching the little girl in the bee costume how to do a dance routine.
Yeah.
And then there's also a teenage, I think he's like 15 maybe, and he's in the back seat.
That's what I don't remember. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's the same movie. I hope I'm not mixing two movies together. Like
and then Steve Carell's in it.
Yeah.
Yep. And his face is on the side of a pancakes. Nope.
Yes.
Different movie.
No.
That's Dan in real life.
Yeah.
Sometimes I mix two movies together. Like the other day, I was thinking of a scene from Shawshank Redemption, but I was intertwining it with the movie Predator.
and then Arnold Schwarzenegger came out.
And Andy Dufresne said, nope, Shawshank Redemption's not. Yeah, Shawshank Redemption's with
Andy
Dufresne.
And Red.
Yep, Morgan Freeman for the uninitiated. Beth, have you ever met Morgan Freeman?
Wait, who was the old guy who hung himself?
Oh, that was John Coffey. That was in the Green Mile.
Just kidding. That was Eminem, actually.
What do they say, though? And because he carves out whatever was here. The old guy.
Freedom?
I was thinking that his name was Red, but yeah, you're right.
I mean, it could have been. It could have been Red. Red was here. Because he looks up at it and he's like, oh, yeah, I remember that guy. But then he's like...
But what was Morgan Freeman's name?
The narrator?
God.
Yeah, I don't...
Morgan Freeman was...
Nice.
Morgan Freeman was in it.
Yep. And he played God.
Oh,
Brooks was here. Brooks was the old guy who got out. Yeah, he couldn't conform to regular everyday life. He got the job at
the grocery store and asked to go to the bathroom, and then he's like, "You don't have to ask me. You're an adult. What are you, some sort of idiot?" And he's like, "No, I've
been in prison forever."
And
then he was going to kill someone else to stay in prison.
Oh, oof!
Wow, I haven't seen this movie, so now I don't need to see it.
That's typical, Beth.
I know.
I haven't seen another classic.
Yeah.
You know what the Shawshank Redemption's about?
Nope. Well, now I do.
Give us what you think it's about.
Okay, I think prison something. A guy was in prison.
Okay.
And he wanted to redeem. He wanted to get back at someone, and he got out, and he was like, "Now I'm going to plot to kill the person. That's the reason I'm in prison." And God was like, "No," and
God was like, "No."
Well, Morgan Freeman played God in
in every
Shawshank
movie.
Almighty.
Yeah, that's the sequel.
Yeah, Shawshank Almighty. There's three of them. I never saw Evan Almighty.
I didn't either. I didn't feel the need.
I was like, bro, how many times can you make? You know what I mean? Like, you have two giant comic actors to play the parts of.
Evan Almighty
Noah.
also doesn't swing off the tongue like Bruce.
Yeah, Bruce Almighty. Yeah, you can't have it's the vowel sound.
Evan's not a great name.
I mean, it's an okay name, but like when followed up with Almighty, it's hard because it starts and ends with a vowel sound. If you include the Y,
that's the justification.
Well, say two names that have like strong, sharp, like high vowels, not like a low vowel. Like a U is like a low vowel. Or
Omar.
Yeah, but what's their last name? Yeah, Omar's a good one. That's for low vowels. But like, think of somebody whose name has a high vowel, like an A. That's the long sound like.
I'm like Amy.
Almighty. Yeah.
Amy. So like, I think sometimes if it has a low vowel sound.
When you say low, do you mean like soft?
No. Well, maybe. I guess like there's the long A.
Yeah.
And then I guess I always thought it was a short A. So
Well, I
like
thought it was
Beth
long and I just long
is
and
like
hard. I don't know.
Beth is a soft E.
Yeah.
But beef is
a hard E.
Hardy. Hardy.
Hardy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hard beef at Hardy's.
Hard beef at Hardee's.
Ooh,
Flame-
hard beef. Ew.
Well done.
Yeah, that's true, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, how do you eat your hamburgers?
Medium to medium well.
Like the hamburger? Like the ground beef?
Yeah, I like some pink in there.
In your ground beef?
A little bit, yeah.
All right. That's.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm not going to tell you how to eat your beef,
Yeah.
Ground beef is just,
I mean, if
typically
I'm
linked to-
making like ground beef like tacos, I will cook it all the way through and make sure there's no pink. But like if I
That'd
order
be weird if there's pink there because
Yeah.
it's all.
Oh, I've
like,
done it. I have cooked
What?
beef and then later been like, oh, that's not done yet.
Yeah, that's just not. I don't think you can make medium taco meat.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
You need to brown all of
It's
that.
spongy.
you can't. Yeah.
I just kind of pinked it.
Yeah. No, I'm a terrible cook. So
Oh yeah, we've heard about this salt.
We were talking about this yesterday where some people will say, I wish I was a good cook. That's something that you can just become good at. It's not like it takes like a lot of skill.
I know it doesn't.
Oh yeah, it's not ragging on you. I was
Yeah.
just like, but it was just genuinely talking yesterday where like some people will say, like if I wish I was good at basketball, some people just will never get that. They'll never be good at basketball because they're unathletic. To be a good cook, you genuinely can just set stuff. Like you don't need any special skills.
There's literally
Well,
instructions.
It depends on. That's what I was about to say. Like it
Yeah.
depends on the level of cooking. Like you can make tacos, right?
Yeah.
But like, let's say you go to, I don't know, what's one of our Mexican friends' house? Like, let's say you go to Shakar Abdullah's house.
Yeah,
He's-
that Mexican
He's
man.
Mexican, right?
Yeah.
So like you go to his house,
Kurdistan.
and then you, like, I bet you they don't have like an Ortega blue package that they rip open and dump in the ground beef. I bet
Right.
you they have like a little bit of cumin, paprika, you know what I
Right.
mean? And they do all that.
Like to
Yeah,
me,
but
So
that's still
Yeah.
just learning what's in that.
But, like,
that
learn
still
the
doesn't take any.
ingredients.
Yeah,
but like I know Marquay can cook, so you could probably like just walk into a pantry of ingredients and be like, all right, I'm gonna grab this and this and this.
Oh, yeah.
Whip it up. I couldn't do that. Like I'd be like,
yeah, but you could
That's
learn
my
it.
nightmare.
you could learn it. It's definitely learnable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's not like you can't just learn to dunk it.
No. No.
Well, I do think you would be able to train yourself, even if you're not athletic. I don't know if you'd be good at basketball to be able to go to the NBA, but if you can't play basketball at all, and then you start shooting hoops, maybe dribbling, like I think you could train yourself to become decent at
I don't
basketball.
know. There's
don't
a
know.
lot of people I know that can.
I'm really bad at basketball.
Yeah,
Like,
there's
but-
people that I know that have tried and just cannot.
And you're like, what's wrong with
Yeah.
Yeah, where it's like
It's in
sad to watch.
because I think hand-eye coordination is something that you either have or don't.
you? Yeah, but everybody has that. Like, have you ever seen? Okay, it's all in your head, and I can tell you why. Hand-eye coordination, perfect example. Have you ever seen somebody who's bad at basketball, bad at football, bad at ping pong, whatever it is, take the fork, stick it in a piece of food, and hit their cheek? No. They always hit their mouth because they know it's muscle memory. As soon as you grab the basketball, you shoot it, and you're like, oh, I suck at this. Then you're going to automatically suck at it.
That's a terrible analogy.
It's a great analogy. It's a great
That person.
It's a great analogy.
Wait, that person can eat.
Yeah.
That's like
Yeah.
Something
Wait,
they've been doing since they were a baby.
that person can eat. They must be okay at basketball.
No,
I bet you
no,
can
no,
dunk.
no, 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 no.
I bet you could shoot 3-pointers, no problem.
That's not what I'm
what are you?
saying
What are you,
at
Steph
all.
Curry? I saw that.
I saw that fork go in
Yeah.
that mouth.
I saw that
Oh.
noodle go straight from
You somehow hit
straight
the
from
yup.
your hand to mouth.
You took the fork, spun it real quick, and shot a bunch of spaghetti into your gull. Nope,
Yeah,
that's not what I'm saying.
You twirl your
What
fork and put it in, and you're like, "What was that? Turnaround jump shot?"
Meatball from 3. Nope, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that they have hand-eye coordination. They just believe that they can't play. Like Beth, I bet you could play. You can't tell me you're not athletic.
I've seen people who said that they can play.
That's a
more
different.
so who I'm going off of.
That's also another
I've seen
mental,
people who are like, "I'm not
It's a
good at
mental
this."
disorder.
right.
Yeah,
There's-
Down syndrome.
I don't think if you suck at basketball, you must have downs. I don't think that's how.
No,
it
but I
works.
bet it's the other way around. There's a bunch of people who think that they're good at it and aren't.
Oh, I can say that for sure. I bet you there's no questions asked people that think that they think they're good at basketball, but they're not very good at basketball. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's
That's
another
why I'm
delusion.
saying
But
that-
like but I'm saying there's probably more people like that.
But I bet there's a lot more people. If you took 100 people and tried to teach them to cook and 100 people and tried to teach them to play basketball, more would succeed at being able to cook.
Yeah.
I'd rather watch those people play basketball, not because of their unathleticism, because I believe in them. I don't want to eat the people who can't cook food. If they're like, I can't cook, and then who's supposed to teach them to cook? Gordon Ramsay. And how long of a timeline do we have?
I was going to say we could have a pretty good TV show here on either side.
I think there is The Worst Cook in America, I think, is the name
Yeah, that
of
is
the
the
TV
show.
show.
Yep.
Or we could have people shoot 5 3-pointers, then go cook tacos in a relay race.
But they don't have the Ortega packets. They have to figure out the
Yeah.
Oh
ingredients.
God.
Then somebody's like, hey, I have, geez, I can't think of a spice that wouldn't work.
Brown
hey, I have some
or-
mint.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, just give them a whole array of things. Like, you got to figure it out.
well, mint could be, it's part of the cilantro family.
Mint julep
No, I want to drink.
and watch horse racing.
Beth, do you have a hat?
I own hats, not
Okay.
like a fancy horse racing hat.
Well, then,
like
all
some
right.
with
You caught
feathers
on to
and-
that one quick.
Yeah.
I know a little bit.
I know a little bit. As she takes a drink from her mint julep.
Yeah.
Just to throw it. But there's no mint in it. It's really cilantro.
And she's riding a horse. She's a caddy.
I thought they were called jockeys.
Jockeys.
Oh, yeah.
I
Yeah,
was like,
Caddies is
Caddy's
golf.
not right.
Yep, I was
Caddy's
off
not
on
right.
that. I'm sick. Give me a.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gets it out because he's not feeling well. What if caddies did ride horses?
In the golf.
What if
The horses are just ruining all the greens.
They're figuring out which horse to ride this race.
the golf
The caddies actually just go up to the jockey and they're like, "You're going to want to ride this one this race."
Yeah.
this is the horse that you want. And they have back in the day before they had golf carts, you couldn't walk the course, you had to
Yeah.
use a horse. So like your horse went through and like Seamus would get real mad because somebody would, inevitably drive their horse onto the green,
Yeah.
you know.
You're not supposed to do
You
that.
can't do
Yeah.
that.
And when you'd accidentally hit a golf ball and it would just slice and you'd kill the other person's horse.
It's happened.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
happened.
Probably.
Or blind it. Just Kirby Puckett it right in the eye.
Oh,
Boom!
poor horse.
On a scale of 1 to no, that's not the right word. How many golf balls do you think I find in my backyard?
Oh, so many.
55 a week.
55 golf balls, 55 golf clubs.
11.
Not a week. Well, I'm gonna get over the course of the season, I suppose.
I
I
bet
can tell you that 55 is a little bit too high.
32.
Still too
The whole
high.
season?
The whole season.
How many good? Yeah.
Yeah, you're
apparently
pretty far
there's
off
good
to the
golfers.
side. So
Yeah, I mean, there's decent golfers that hit up the public golf course.
Yeah.
Which is funny because people are like, "Oh, you live on a golf course?" I'm like, "Yeah, but it's the public golf course."
It's my favorite course.
It is really.
Yeah, I love that course.
Which
I don't
one
know
is it again?
the Meadows.
I like the Meadows.
Sorry,
too.
am I allowed to say that?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
It's fine. Now people are gonna just come and
He lives on Holt. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I live in a hole on the street, like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
I'm friends with Raphael, but nobody else.
You say Raphael?
Raphael.
How do you say it?
Raphael.
Oh, I thought it was Raphael.
Because they call him Raph.
Yeah.
Raphael.
Raphael.
Raph.
Because they call him Raph for short. They don't call him Raph for short.
Yeah, but I mean,
Raphael.
Raphael. Okay. I mean,
UL.
your logic is sound.
Raph URL.
Ralph.
Raph.com.
Did they call the other ones like Mike and
Mikey.
Yep. Mike. It was Mike, Steve, Eric.
Michelangelo?
I
Yeah,
know.
they called him Mikey.
They
Yeah.
did. Yeah, I
Because
don't remember.
Michelangelo's the party dude.
Yeah.
Mikey.
Leo.
Leo.
Yeah.
Donnie.
Yeah, they shortened them all
Wait,
up.
which one's Donnie?
Donatello.
Oh, Dur. Okay.
Oh,
Oh, Dur. Oh, Don.
Oh, Dur.
Oh, Dur.
hors d'oeuvres.
He stinks.
Hors d'oeuvres. Yeah, I don't imagine that a rat and 4 turtles that trained ninjutsu with no showers smelled good.
In the sewer?
In the sewer?
Yeah.
Add another thing.
There was
those
an
pizzas
odor.
probably don't taste too good that are left over.
Yeah.
The pizza boxes.
But they
especially because
are-
they ordered anchovies on a lot of them.
Yeah, but they're rats and turtles. Like, I don't think they have high standards.
Rots.
Rots.
I don't know. Did Splinter ever really eat pizzas?
That's true. It's kind of more of the kids thing.
He got a pizza on his head.
Yes, he did.
Like he sliced the pizza, which that part, honestly, I didn't understand it in the movie because I've never gotten a pizza that wasn't sliced delivered to my house. Like he throws it up and he's like, and then a piece lands on Splinter's head. And I says to myself, Self, why would they slice a pizza that's already sliced? It's one of the great childhood mysteries.
Yeah.
It is. Also, when they deliver that pizza right at the beginning and just a different hand comes up, he's like, just leave it up there. And then like a turtle's hand comes up.
132 and an eighth.
Yeah. You'd wonder
123 and an eighth?
I forget what it was, but something like that.
Yeah.
It is pretty crazy.
That's like, what?
You lost me there.
You see, there's a reason you wanted Domino's Pizza after you saw that movie. It's because he slid the box down with giant Domino's Pizza sliding down the grate of the sewer so that they could grab the pizza sideways and it's all slid down in the box.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I guess he doesn't put his hand up there yet. He just you just see the cash.
Yeah, you see cash.
You'd think that you would see part of the hand though.
See some fingers.
And then you'd wonder, like, at what point maybe they thought that they were delivering to, like, remember when all those Orthodox Jewish people were digging tunnels under New York City?
That's who they thought they were.
Aren't they still doing that?
They might be. I don't know.
There's like a whole
They
line.
got caught, so I think they're...
I don't know if they ever really did anything about it though. They were just kind of like, "This is going on."
Yeah, what are you
We
gonna
got
What are
some
you gonna
weird
do about it,
tunnels.
Beth?
Yeah.
Nothing.
I'm sorry,
But now they're
Bethany.
actually like, these are actually just Ninja Turtles that
Yeah.
we're delivering to. That's why they didn't want to give a tip.
The Jews were
And-
just a cover-up.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's actual Ninja Turtles, and then in the newer Ninja Turtle movies that like Michael Bay produced, it was pretty insane that people didn't see the Ninja Turtles at all because they were going through like insane things in front of people.
Yeah, the second one I think was Out of the Shadows. They showed that they were
Oh, yep,
yeah.
yep.
But the first one was like, but they were masters of not being seen.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, those ones weren't very good.
But you have to practice that, and you're probably gonna mess up a little. So somebody's probably gonna, like Casey Jones saw him in the park.
Man, playing Casey Jones would be a dream role for me.
Yeah, actually, I mean,
Wait, which one's Casey Jones? Who's Casey Jones?
he's driving a train. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Going insane. Yeah. Casey.
Crazy Train?
No. I don't remember the song. It's a Grateful Dead song.
Oh.
Driving that train.
Yeah. Casey Jones, you better
watch your speed. You never heard? You never heard of?
He was also the guy who wore a hockey mask.
Yep.
In the scary movies?
No.
In the Michael Myers?
That was Jason. Michael Myers
Not a
or
hockey
Will
mask.
Shatner. Yeah.
Oh, you know,
We're talking
Michael
about...
Myers, you're thinking of Jason, yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
combining two movies.
And this is the
That's
guy
so
from,
silly. Who would ever do that?
Yeah, this is a guy who beat people up with hockey sticks with Ninja Turtles.
Oh.
And cricket paddles.
Oh, wow. Very diverse.
To understand cricket, you got to know what a crumpet is.
Yep.
That's a type of pastry.
Beth, where are you getting all this knowledge?
The Great British Bake Off. That's where I learned things.
All right.
Yeah.
So wait, is that 2 food references that she's nailed? What was the first one? What was the first one? We were like, hey.
I knew what a hat for the Kentucky Derby was.
Yeah.
That was
Oh, yeah. You can eat a hat. Horses sometimes eat hats because they have flowers on them and they just...
You got a point.
yeah.
Well,
Well,
this show is usually chock full of knowledge, understanding,
peace and love.
peace and love.
Yeah. It's so nice.
P's and Q's.
That's different.
What 2 letters do you know?
Name 2 letters. You
Name
know.
2 letters. Big on M and N. No.
Name 2 letters that aren't right next to each other.
Z and A.
Well, if you went
Like rotational, yeah. We're not
dang
counting
it! I
it.
kind of, yeah. C and R.
Yep,
Yep.
Credence and
Creed's Clearwater
Clearwater
Revival.
Yeah, there's just a few extra. Wait. Oh, they are
Credence
next.
Revival.
Yeah.
I have a
Wait,
vi-
doesn't Clearwater start with R? Or C?
No, Clearwater does not start with
No,
R.
it's funny.
It actually ends in R.
Yeah, little known fact. Clearwater does not start with R.
Now you understand why we
Wow.
asked you to name 2 letters.
I don't know how to read.
No, you can read. You read steamy novels.
I do.
What's the last steamy novel that you read?
God. Well, I just finished rereading the A Court of Thorn and Roses series.
Like you went back to it?
I read it 4 times.
What?
Yeah. So that's
does it
nice.
change?
No, but I just never get sick of it. So
What happens in that? Also, Steamy Novel sounds like a relative of Stevie Nicks.
it does.
She was the Stevie Nicks' great grandmother.
Steamy Novel.
Steamy
Yeah.
Novel.
Well, it's a 5-book series about a girl who essentially gets kidnapped by a magical man who she thinks she's in love with, and he turns out to be the bad guy, and then she falls in love with his enemy, and then she's like enslaved, and then put into a challenge where she has to kill a giant worm, and your guys' faces are like, it's a good series. She's got sisters that hate her. Well,
It sounds
They
like
end
a
up
bunch
becoming-
of stories mixed together.
it's a lot. Like, it starts off like Beauty and the Beast, and like, in my opinion, they mix together a lot of fairy tales into one.
Girls
Yeah.
reading this stuff, they always say that it's just like watching like
Action movies.
X-rated movies for men, but it's really like watching hentai, weird,
It is like
real
magical.
weird
Because they-
cartoon.
Yeah, with just sex
Like-
scenes thrown in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's way weirder than watching like adult movies for men.
Way
It-
weirder.
it is-
Way weirder. Like you don't read
said
about
a
like
magical man.
yeah, and,
Well,
fight,
I
and
wasn't gonna
fighting
say
worms.
fairy because you guys would be like, "Wait, he's a fairy," but it's not like a fairy like Tinkerbell. It's a fairy like he has bat wings, and
Yeah, I mean we can put that together ourselves.
well, I wasn't sure of that.
Yeah, well, I mean,
But it's also like if you were to read what men would be watching, you would just read like a woman called a plumber over.
Yes, exactly. Yeah,
hey,
I mean,
the plumbers. Yeah,
Yeah, but the plumber is magical.
yeah.
but there's also there's books like, oh, he was a pirate and he kidnapped her and made her his
It's all.
slave.
It's all.
and-
What's the Stockholm syndrome? It sounds like a lot of kidnapping in
It
your
does
book.
kinda.
There is a lot of kidnapping, and like women are kind of into that, which is weird because in real life you're not. Well, maybe you are. I don't know.
Seems like you
some
are.
people
I
I
must
know.
be, yeah.
I'm like, yeah.
You're like every book I read involves kidnapping.
Yeah, there's a lot of like kidnapping and like enslaving and like, oh, she's chained up and
That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
man.
A lot of
okay,
aggression.
Who writes? You know what? I bet. Okay, I have that joke about Maxim. Women, men write Maxim, not Maxim.
Playboy?
Cosmopolitan.
Oh,
Men write Cosmo,
yeah,
and I think that men also write these steamy books
maybe.
because that does.
I don't know. When you'd think
I mean-
so from the way that she described it, but then you also see just
50 Shades of Grey,
yeah, and
Oh,
then
yeah.
just
and you're like,
I've read
oh,
that multiple times.
how many? Well, I mean, I guess don't you know what's going to happen next?
I know, but I think it's because I read fast and I tend to skip things, and then I forget. I've got a little bit of a like goldfish brain where I don't remember things. And
Name 2 letters. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
name 17 letters, name 26 letters.
Yeah, not in order. No. I like to reread books. I also rewatch movies, shows. Some people don't do that, but I do.
Well, rewatching movies and shows, you can kind of like turn your brain off a little.
That's true. I guess I
Or, like,
turn off my brain when I read.
Yeah,
too.
because reading a book, you actually need to be like,
Yeah.
I don't
do
know, every
audiobooks
time-
a lot too, though.
oh,
And that's
so
like,
you listen to
I
books.
listen to a lot of books. Sometimes I do both. At the same
Every time
Like
that I read, I need my mind wanders so much. I like read 3
Yeah.
pages and then I'm like, I don't know anything I read.
I just
And I
have
go
to
back.
go.
Mm-hmm.
They call that reading compensation.
Compensation.
Yeah.
That's when you get paid to read.
Yeah. Reading comprehension. It's a thing. Going back to reread the page you just read is such a time waster. But then I thought maybe if I got audiobooks, it would be like, sweet. And then I start to listen to them, and then I find myself thinking about something completely different, and I'm like, wait, no, I'm listening to a book right now.
Yeah.
Yep. Like the last book I listened to, I had to re-listen to one chapter like 3 times because I ended it and I was like, wait, I don't know what just happened.
Well, I can tell you, she met a mythical man who chained her up. That's what happened.
And then
Pretty
tied
much.
her to a worm.
Yeah.
Tied her to a worm. You know what movie
And then
I did
called a
watch?
fairy boy.
and he had bat wings. Like he was like all angelic looking, except for these disgusting little furry
Yeah.
furry bat wings
They're
on his
described as
shoulders.
being
That
like
might have
huge. I
That
don't
might
know.
have actually just been the Dark Knight.
Batman took a turn. And then he's kidnapping women and
And then there's a guy who goes to a psychologist who ends up being his girlfriend, and then they both fall in a different vat and they go crazy.
Sounds like a great book. What's it called?
The Joker's
The Joker.
origin story with Harley Quinn.
oof.
Yeah.
Harley Quinn.
You like Harley Quinn?
I don't know.
No.
I don't think
I don't want to answer that.
I don't think I'd like the actual character. She would be, well, it's probably
Insane?
about the same as any girl that I've ever dated.
She's right up Blaise's alley.
Yeah, actually, yeah. She's actually my type if I really think about it.
Crazy and
probably-
tatted. Yeah.
The
I mean, I
hitting,
think
the
it
hitting
would
with
be-
the hammers is a little bit much.
That's a little out of your
Yeah.
scope. Yeah.
I think it would be fun for like that one time or a week, you know what I mean? But like you'd constantly like I feel like if it was once, you'd be like, man, I gotta get back over there somehow. I gotta get, you know?
Yeah.
And then
I think I would get stuck in the trap.
yeah, like,
You'd be like,
I would
can't
just
leave
totally
now.
joke. Yeah, and then I would just be like, no, I still love you. I would just, yeah.
Oh, that's
I think
the-
I would go crazy with a crazy girl like that.
yeah, and then she would what's that movie, Natural Born Killers? Where it's like Woody Harrelson shows up, kills her dad, and then she's like, yeah, and then they go on this killing spree.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
It's pretty crazy movie.
Sounds like it.
Yeah. They kill a lot of people on there.
It is wild.
And then they get caught.
Yeah. Shouldn't kill people.
Yep.
Actually, no. Did they get caught? They were almost caught, and then they killed Robert Downey Jr.,
Aw.
who was a what was he? Like not a private investigator,
What-
but he had like a TV show investigation thing.
What year is this movie from?
Probably like
98.
Oh.
No, that late? You think?
He Googled it.
Did
I
you?
just brought it up.
I was gonna say like I thought it was a little early.
I forgot Rodney Dangerfield's in that, too.
There's a lot of crazy people. Tommy Lee Jones is in it.
Oh, grossed $110 million against
Yeah.
a production budget of $34 million. What do you know?
It was
Oh.
an insane. Yeah, it was very wildly popular.
Wow.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Lots of people.
When's the last time you had diarrhea?
Saturday,
I still do. Not great.
not
That's
good.
not fun.
Yeah, it was horrible. I had to do a show, and I was at my house. My stomach was like, and I was like, I can't not do this show. And then like I forced myself out of bed, went and did the show. I wouldn't say it like I'm not gonna say I bombed because I didn't. It was still funny, but then one dude was saying something on the side.
I heard about this.
And it
yeah.
wasn't horrible, but I was just like, he threw off my momentum in the joke, and then I was like, and then after that, it was kind of like, people were laughing, but it wasn't like
Yeah.
Yeah.
punchy, you know. And I was like, dang it. Well, anyway, I'm out of here. See you
Then
guys
you had
later.
diarrhea on that man.
You should have. Yeah, that
I
would be pretty
wish.
sweet.
I like, yeah, because I'm a decent human. I guess I saved it. I held it
Yeah.
until I got home.
Wow. All the way till home.
That's pretty good.
Well,
Yeah.
it wasn't like, I mean, I sometimes feel like I don't have a choice. Like in that instance, I can't go, oh, and there was a lot of, Blaise, you would have crushed. There was a lot of younger, attractive women. And like every comic seemed to be like, wow, there's a lot of cute girls in here. Like, everybody was like, what's going on tonight? But then, yeah, I was like, as soon as you push open the bathroom door, it's like that table kind of right there.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then like, I was like, no way, I'm about to go in there for 20 minutes. Then
Yeah.
open the door and have it be like, Oh,
green smoke just billows out.
Yeah. You can just see it.
Yeah.
Like,
Instead
oh
of like the
gosh.
pie scent bringing you in, it's
Yeah.
just a scent pushing you.
They like pass out.
Yeah.
Oof. So yeah.
Was it an
Yeah.
all male show? Because there's no girls on that lineup, was there?
Yeah, Laura Johnson.
Oh, Durr. Yeah.
Yeah, Laura Johnson was there.
Sorry, my bad. I went on Friday. I should have known this. Sorry.
Did you have a good time?
Yeah, Friday was great.
Oh, do you remember?
Yeah.
She does have a aquarium brain.
Yeah.
Goldfish
Yeah,
brain.
exactly.
brain.
I'm like, aquarium brain.
Aquarium brain.
That's actually what it's called.
My
We just
brain
get
is
Bethany to
filled
believe
with
that.
fish. Just,
Yeah.
There's a
Yeah.
bunch of fish in there. That's funny.
Eating my thoughts.
Yeah, no, we had a bunch of. I had like, I don't know, 20 free tickets to Little Big Town. And I was
Wow.
like, this is going to be a fun night.
Yeah.
So we
And
all
then-
went. We were having a good day. Went over to my buddy's house and he grilled for us.
Oh,
Nice.
And it was like, he makes awesome wings and brats. And
He
I
makes
ate it. And then
brats?
all of a sudden we're sitting over at Little Big Town.
uh-oh.
They're like half an hour into, well, it was probably like 9:30. They were a little ways into it. And I was like, oh no, I feel like I got to barf. I went over and barfed and was like, oh, puke and rally,
Puke and rally.
whatever. Blue chalk, like it was wild.
Aggressive.
But then
Yeah.
I was like, this is fine. That porta potty was fine. Not many people seemed to notice as much as from the noises that I was making in there because
Yeah.
it came out pretty quick. And then I went back and was like, this is fine. Got another drink and then was hanging out. And also I had like other people just coming in being like, thanks for the tickets, dude. I'm like, yeah, no problem. Like coming, letting them in. And then all of a sudden I was like, okay, be right back. And then I sat down
Oh no.
and then barfed in the urinal thing as I was coming out the back in a porta potty. The people beside me had to have been
Yeah, like-
scarred for life.
Yeah.
Then I sat in there for just a little bit longer each time so that those people would be like
Leaving.
not looking back to see who
Yeah.
was in there.
Oh my God.
Not great. And then I just like walked over to like a few of the different people being like, hey, I got to go do something. And I just got an Uber home.
That sucks.
I didn't even get my vehicle, which wasn't that far away from there. I was like, I'm getting an Uber home.
Yeah, you don't
And
want to
then
mess
I-
up your car.
Yeah. And then from like 10 p.m. till 6 a.m., I was waking up like twice an hour
Oh God.
to just pump it out both ends.
Do you think your friend poisoned you?
No, I didn't because
Because no one else. felt
no one
sick.
else felt sick.
Oh,
and I
God.
watched everyone grab their food. I was like, maybe it was these different brats that we got. And everyone's like, nope, I tried one of those too. And I'm still sick. So it's like,
Yeah,
it's just some flu stuff.
You got some
that sucks.
avian.
You got the
avian.
bird flu.
Yeah, aviator flu. It was airborne.
Yeah.
Crashed
Should've
right
worn
into
some
it.
glasses.
Leonardo DiCaprio gave it to me.
I saw a thing where it
Oh,
It was
said,
the aviator.
Yeah, Yep. Took me a minute.
do you have that movie on DVD?
Probably actually.
VHS?
We have a lot of Blu-rays.
Blu-rays?
Yep. Justin's
What are they gonna What are you gonna do when the next format comes out?
I don't know. But there's been no new formats for forever. I mean, we're
Because
so into
streaming.
streaming, so like,
What
I
do you
don't
think's
know.
gonna happen after streaming?
It's just gonna be in our brains,
I mean, that's
microchipped.
I think it's gonna be streaming for a long time until we get that. The AI like gives us the power. Like AI will probably invent stuff that we don't even know yet. They'll give us glasses, and we don't go to the theater anymore. We just put on these glasses,
Like
and we
the
can.
meta glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I'll like that because I don't like
No.
going to like 3D movies.
No, it won't be 3D. It will be like the screen. Like, have you ever used an Oculus? You
Yeah,
can
I don't
watch
like
it-
that.
I don't mind it. I guess
It
the
makes-
only thing is like when
That
you
gives
move
me
your
like
head. Nightmares.
no, yeah,
Motion
that too.
sickness.
It also, yeah, it does. Like it
Yeah.
makes me need a barf. One time I was playing because I have an Oculus, and I was playing this one game. You were like a robot going through time and stuff, and you like it's a pretty sweet game. But I was getting motion sickness while I was playing it, just going through the training. I was like, I need to just get through this training.
Yeah.
And I played way too long, and then just took it off and had to run to the bathroom.
Oh
and
my
barf.
God.
Yeah, I could see that. I've seen plenty of people do the stuff they do on YouTube where they like. I've never had anybody jump through like a TV or jump into the
Yeah.
wall or like.
Yeah.
But I did so. There was a guy a guy. It was one of my kids' friends. He had it on and he was doing like that plank experience, like Richie's plank, whatever. Mm-hmm. But you literally can fly, or you walk to the end of a thing and then you jump off it. Yeah, he like walked to the edge of it, like looked down and was like, "Whoa!" and then literally like leaped. And you could tell he thought he was going to keep going. You know what I mean? And then
my
he
God.
was just like, bam, to the
That was
ground.
like my brother-in-law just playing with We Got a caller.
Oh, we have a caller?
We have a caller?
Again.
Remember that guy that was
Wait.
like, he said something about his pronouns?
Are you there? Travis.
Hello.
Hey, what's up, dude?
Hello?
Hello. How are everyone doing?
We are fine.
We is good.
Yeah.
I just put out a Snapchat to call in if you want to be entered for Theo Von tickets.
Ooh, that was a good
nice.
snap.
Yeah, and then
You said
this
tickets
guy
earlier.
Travis snapped me and was like, I'm looking for it, and I wasn't watching where the phone line was. Travis, how are you doing?
I should start off by saying a first time, long time, guys. First time, long time.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice. Nice.
So he's part of tell us what you're part of.
Part of the woke mob.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Nice. Where are you driving to today, Travis?
The great state of Montana.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, Yellowstone? Isn't that where they film Yellowstone?
Yes.
Nice. Are you an actor, Travis?
I live Yellowstone every day.
Is your real name Kevin Costner?
No, it's actually Trav Almighty. I thought that fit in nicely.
Nice. Oh, so you know Morgan Freeman. Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Sweet.
That's pretty cool.
Nice. What would you do if you won these Theo Von tickets, Travis?
I'd probably laugh.
Nice.
I was going to say, if I were you, I'd just say, go to Theo Von.
Yeah. I think, what did you mean, like, what lengths would you go to win these tickets?
No, I actually just meant what would you do. But
Yeah.
I guess what lengths would you go to?
You don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
We already know your name, Travis.
Well, yeah, it turns out if I have to do anything, I guess I'll probably have to pass.
Oh,
That's
You know
enough.
what?
That is enough.
That's
He
all
does
you need
not
to
want
do.
these tickets.
Yeah, the lack of interest in doing anything is what we're looking for.
that actually brings it up, yeah, because most
Yeah.
people would be like, I will shave my chest.
I'll learn to play basketball.
Yeah.
while cooking a four-course
Travis,
meal.
actually, fun. Yeah. Well, Travis, go.
Fun fact, the three of you in that room have all dunked on me the same amount as Blaise.
We've
Yeah.
all dunked on you?
Well, I played against Travis in high school,
Okay.
and I went for a dunk, and
Uh-oh.
Travis cut me as hard as he could at my knees.
Good work, Travis. I appreciate that.
Actually, me and Travis played
I
a few things together.
was not about to have Blaise disrespect my family name like that.
I could understand.
I was
Getting
so
dunked on
stoked.
is like one of the worst humiliating. Like, you could walk into a room with somebody, you know, your girlfriend's cheating on you, and you're like, and it doesn't feel nearly as bad as getting dunked on.
Dude, that would have been my best dunk. Like, it was just, I caught it at the 3-point line. I was like, this is a perfect one dribble, two-step jump and dunk. And Travis cut me off as hard as he could.
He was on the sidelines. He wasn't even playing.
Yeah. He was also, Travis, were you there when I drop kicked that catcher too?
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Travis was there for all the fun sports.
Yeah.
Sports
Big moments.
injuries.
Just there for a good time.
Yeah. He also taught me how to throw a curveball, so
Oh, that's pretty
Wow.
maybe
That
we
is
should
true.
just pull his name. Maybe if we do pull your name now, it'll seem rigged, but we might.
Yeah.
good. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, it seems like I do hope you win, Travis, but at the same time, if you do win, it will seem
Yeah.
like. But we also have cameras, a bunch of papers, and a hat, so
So they'll
And-
watch us rig it when we pull your name.
yeah, well, they'll watch it. Nathaniel, are you gonna pull the name out?
I don't know. Do I get to?
Sure. Well, we'll do that in a little bit. Thanks for calling in,
Yay.
Travis.
Thanks, Travis.
We'll probably do
Well,
that more
You
too.
guys have a blessed Tuesday.
You as
Oh,
well.
yes.
Love
Drive
you.
safe.
Blessed be with you.
All right, thank you.
That's cool.
Blessed be with you.
Blessed be with you.
That is
Yeah,
actually a listener every week.
That's
Yeah.
cool. Nice.
Snap.
Tra-
So
Travis.
Thanks,
Travis, the listener. What?
Travis Teske. Travis Teske.
Oh,
The testy.
Travis's testes.
oh, is that?
We do have.
No, those aren't it. Okay.
These were
Those blanks.
Blanks.
No, those are contestants we just left out.
Have anybody else's name you want to
Wait,
put
why is
in?
my name? No, I'm just kidding.
Geez, I don't know.
We just pull. We're like Mark Way Belcher.
Yeah, I'll be like, hey, that's awesome. Yeah, you can't be employed by.
I woke up for this.
Yeah, thanks.
Did you remember the name of your podcast?
No, I was gonna
woke
say
up for this
something.
LLC.
Yeah, LLC. Jeez, I couldn't remember LLC. Of course, I remember the name of the
Inc.
podcast.
Nah. Did you have to get an? Do you have to get an LLC for a podcast?
Yes.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
It costs us about $896 a year.
Don't
do-
believe you.
Well, that's good. That's
Costs like
good.
$180 to get an LLC.
Yeah, it's not very expensive.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
it depends
not
on the
that bad.
state. Yeah, like
I have one.
she knows the answer to the question.
Well, no, I didn't know if you had to get one for a podcast specifically.
Just
Like,
lame labia crust.
Lame.
ew.
Yeah. I'm glad it wasn't liquidy,
I think that works better.
but it's
It
crust.
wouldn't be, yeah. Unless it's one of those burgers where you get the crust out at the end.
Little crusty labia.
Well, I like the ones where you see, like we talked about this before. I like the crust at the beginning, and you pull out the liquidy part.
Yeah, yeah.
you pull it out, and it's like the shape of your nostril.
Yeah.
That's how
Sometimes.
it
Every
That's
once in
fun.
a while in those.
Those
yeah.
are like winners.
Yeah. Like your pinky fits in there, and your nail like just locks in, and then you pull it out, and you're like, oh.
I had a
and then-
chunk of earwax like that once. That was
That is
satisfying.
Disgusting.
I
Beth,
know.
I swear to God, if you ever say anything like that again, oh my gosh.
It was years ago. I think I was
It doesn't
in
matter if
college.
it was. Wait, you were in college?
I was in college when this. I remember because I was driving and I just like itched my ear, and I pulled out. It was like this huge chunk, and then I could hear better, and I was so happy, and it's been like a highlight of my life. So
Well, so you want to pick out this winner?
Yeah. Have you washed your hands since then? Or are you gonna stick your pinky?
no,
in
actually, you want to see?
You're gonna stick your pinky in there and just touch one with
Yeah,
the
and-
earwax finger and
Exactly.
pull it out.
It's the lucky
Okay, let's
finger.
go.
Okay.
Waxy Beth.
Oh,
Who's the winner? Oh my God, Travis! For real.
Oh, it is. Travis Teske. What do you
the
know?
heck, dude? Oh my gosh!
Wow.
That's
messed
amazing.
up.
Yay.
Oh
Yeah.
wow!
That
You hear that, Travis?
How does that even happen? That's what he's gonna be doing at the show.
Yeah.
This
Eagles.
Saturday.
That's
it was
crazy.
funny how many people would like. I'd be like, okay, you got to subscribe to this, and then they were just like, just give me the tickets.
Oh,
man.
come on,
Okay,
guys.
cool,
Yeah.
dude.
The
Or
amount
subscribe.
of the amount of messages I got for like, dude, are you really not going to that? I'm like, no, I'm not gonna. I can't just give you the tickets. I can't just rig it
Right.
so that otherwise it loses the
Yeah,
The magic.
allure.
the.
Only that is pretty sweet.
That's. I mean,
was-
it was like his name
There was
was
like
it
40.
on the top?
It's
Yeah,
like 40 numbers.
I feel like
Names in
Morgan
there.
Freeman had a part of that. Like he.
dude.
Yeah, Trav Almighty.
Yep. That's crazy.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Well, what do you know?
Yeah.
What a good day.
What a
I
good day.
know. Travis is probably so happy right now.
I wish I could be going to that.
I know.
Yeah.
I wasn't. I was gonna go. I wanted to go. He's a very, very funny,
Very funny dude.
but I couldn't go. I even tried to give the tickets to my nephew, but
And
I
he
didn't.
was like, nah, phew.
Nah, few.
He's like 9 years old. He's like, who?
Yeah.
He's 87 years old,
No.
and he was like, who?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, my oldest sister is like 119.
Yeah. My friends Kim and Heather are older than their uncles.
Yeah, I've heard of this. I was in elementary school, and there was a dude in, like, I think he was in, like, 7th grade, and we were in 5th grade, and he's like, that's my nephew, or something like that. And I was like, how is that even possible? But we were in 5th
Yeah.
grade, so I couldn't wrap my head around it. But, I was just like,
Travis
what?
just texted me. He's like, easy dubs.
That's nice.
Take him away now and draw someone else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was just a joke draw.
Yep.
That was insane, though.
That was the warm
That's,
up.
yeah, we're like, all that talking about how, yeah. And
That's
it
so
doesn't
cool.
matter. Like, the fact that happened, everybody's going to be like, oh,
I know, yeah.
It's like, whatever, man. That's not how
That
we're doing.
I gave everyone more chances, too.
Yep.
Yeah, and I mean, geez, it's on camera. I hope.
Yeah.
It was.
Well, it was kind of over here, so there's no camera, so maybe.
I held it up right away.
Okay. Yeah, it was Travis for real. I can verify. I would never lie.
Travis for real. That's a rapper too.
No, you're thinking of Pharrell Williams.
Oh yeah, Travis Pharrell.
Travis Scott, Free, Rel.
Oh,
Williams.
him, yeah.
Yeah, Travis Scott, Free Will.
Robin Williams. No.
R.I.P.
I know.
On my set.
Rippy.
Oh, she's not dead yet, is she?
No.
Whoopi, Billy Crystal, Robin Williams. Who else was up there?
You're just naming the people from Sister Act or what?
Yeah.
I don't think Robin Williams was in Sister
I don't
Act.
think so
No.
either. Whoopi Goldberg was, but I don't think Robin Williams was.
What about Billy Crystal? He seems like he could be in Sister Act for some reason.
Yeah. He'd be a funny priest or something.
Dude, speaking of funny priests, Rick Moranis.
Coming back as Dark Helmet.
Yeah, okay. So this is for, I don't know, probably the last 5 years. I've internally had this thought where I believe Rick Moranis, because he stopped acting because his wife died, R.I.P. his wife. He stopped acting to take care of his kids, spend time with them. Now they're obviously older. And I thought to myself, Rick Moranis should come back. Like, I want Rick Moranis back on TV so bad. And like 5-6 years, I've been silently, maybe once in a while, randomly like, you guys think Rick Moranis, he is awesome. And then when I read that news, I audibly was in my office like, oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, Mel Gibson will be 100 years old when that comes out. And he's directing it.
He's
not Mel Gibson,
Yeah.
Mel Brooks.
Oh, I was like,
I was like, Mel Gibson is not in, although there's a lot of Jewish jokes in Spaceballs. Jews in space.
That actually will just, every time you say something anti-Semitic, Mel Gibson gains a year of life.
And Kanye West is like, you got to give me some of that. Give me some of that potion, Mel Brooks Gibson.
Yeah. You shouldn't do that, though. Don't.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't say those things. Bethany.
yeah.
What's your favorite Mel Brooks movie?
Gotta look up who Mel Brooks is. Okay. Hang
High
on.
Anxiety? Is it Spaceballs?
Blazing Saddles.
Blazing Saddles?
Haven't seen it.
History of the World.
Movies.
History of the World Part 2.
Well, History
Oh
of the
boy.
I've
Young
seen
Frankenstein, producers.
Producers.
I have seen History of the World.
that movie's.
Ooh, the Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Yup.
Robots. Okay, I'm gonna say Robots. It's
Robots?
an animated
Robots.
film
Yeah.
with Robin Williams.
Yeah, I know that
It's
that
a
movie
great
has.
movie.
So I watched it on a plane with my kid was like, I don't know, maybe a year old, and I'm
Yeah.
trying to watch this movie, and I can hear it, and I'm that cartoon, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And Robin Williams is a robot, and he says, my favorite thing that any robot is, well, I like to quantify things by saying my favorite, but then I remembered that Bender is a robot also. Anyway,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
so Robin Williams as a robot says, I have a new kind of music. It's a mixture between jazz and funk. I call it junk. And I laughed so hard, and everybody on the plane was like, why is that dude laughing so hard
That's
at
good. I like how like if you go on IMDb
Top
and
Gun?
you look at the cast, it has to be like Ewan McGregor as Rodney Copperbottom, and in parentheses, voice.
Oh,
Like, well, yeah, no kidding. He's not the actual robot.
but that's the only one it says voice for.
No, it says it for all of them.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, wait, there's a Rodney Copperbottom in Spaceballs too? But there can't be any
I
John
just watched
Candy as Barf.
Barf.
Barf. He gets up from the seatbelt and he's like, that's going to leave a mark.
That does stink. Barf was one of the best characters.
Yeah. He was great. He's smacking people with his tail, lifted up ladies' dresses with his tail.
Going to defeat Pizza the Hut.
Well, before pizza comes, send it out for
To
you.
you.
Yeah. Pizza the Hut.
It's a good one.
We got to comb the desert.
Man, we ain't found. You know, I saw. I don't remember the dude's name, but it was like a picture article meme type thing. But it was like, you know what's crazy about my life is I've done, and he lists off like all these monumental things.
Yeah.
And he's like, the only thing people ever remember me for is saying we ain't found
Yeah.
in that Mel Brooks movie. Like, I mean, like one of us like graduate from whatever college.
Yeah.
Scale Mount Rushmore. Mount Everest.
He climbed those.
It would be sweet to scale Mount Rushmore.
That would be like he's got the little grappling hook.
Just
Yeah.
putting dents in
Little grappling hook. I think you're thinking of something
like a
else.
hatchet.
Little
No.
grappling hook. You just.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, how big is the grappling hook got to be?
I thought you were just thinking of like an ice pick.
No, this
Because
is
you did
a
this.
Well, in my mind, you don't shoot it up like Batman or heroin.
Oh, you
You're
do
like,
like the
yeah, you. That's how
catch
we
it
would
in
use
a
like
nostril.
when we spray painted things. We'd have a big hook, throw it up, and then walk up the building, and then get back down.
Would you actually do that? Have you
Once
done
in
that?
a while, fuck, yeah.
I don't know if I believe you. No offense, Mark.
Just because there's no rope that could hold you, fatty.
Yeah. I didn't say I did it yesterday. I'm 107 years old. I also did it when I was young. You know what? I'm going to show you a picture of
when
me
you were a
doing it.
young man.
Well, I'm still a young man.
Well, yeah.
I mean, I'm not old.
As are we all. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh.
Mm.
Oh. Hmm.
Mm.
Hmm.
Mm.
I'm gonna go try
To not.
feel better so that I can eat Chicago dogs this week.
Oof. Is there some sort of festival for foods this weekend?
I don't know. I'll just be in Chicago.
Is there a West Fargo
Oh yeah, you're going to a
street
concert,
fair?
right?
Yeah.
We dope.
The West Fargo Street Fair was this past weekend.
Missed it.
Same.
I should have gone and got a
Sounds
corn dog there instead of eating off that other grill.
Yeah.
I don't know. Given the options, I would have chosen the grill, even if
Yeah, I know it actually was amazing. But corn dogs, man. Corn dog season is the best.
Corn dog season is okay, but like here's the problem.
It actually goes like
There's like a
fall,
list?
winter, spring corn dog season for me.
You like corn dog season more than summer.
There's what's summer?
What?
Is corn dog season summer? Summer is. Oh, never mind. My bad. Okay, what's better? Like the traditional corn dog with the hot dog and whatever batter, or the breakfast sausage pancake batter? Corn
Regular.
Dog?
Yeah, regular.
Okay.
Not even
It's not even close.
questioning.
Yeah, like that pancake sausage deal is
Yeah.
an atrocity.
Oh, really?
Like-
I
I'm
wouldn't
not
go that far.
I'm not a big fan of like that much breakfast sausage either.
And as a matter of fact, like there's only, I'm sure we've all had it where we had a sausage that was like, that's not a good sausage.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't take that chance. And I don't like dipping my sausage in maple syrup.
And then it gets everywhere. It's a mess.
I don't have that problem,
Oh.
but I mean, I dip pancakes and it doesn't go anywhere except for on my pancakes on the plate.
Yeah.
My
Do you
pan-
pour
my
syrup
pants
or
cakes.
dip?
I pour the syrup.
I dip. I don't like
Pour.
too much syrup.
Oh, if when I push on the top of my pancakes, like I need the pancake to go down and butter and syrup to rise.
Wow, you're saturated.
I like that too.
I just made that up, but yeah, I do
I know
like
what
butter
you're,
and
yeah,
syrup.
I like having it like so you see it.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I'm more of a dry pancake kind of person.
Mm.
I know. It's weird.
Like in the commercials, do you ever see somebody have like a stack of pancakes and there's a little bit of butter and then there's a little cup of syrup on the side?
yeah.
No,
No.
it's always being drizzled
Yeah,
over
I
the
don't even,
top.
I don't even really like pancakes overall that much.
Really?
I'd rather
Yeah.
have a waffle.
Yeah.
I love pancakes.
No,
I do
and
like
if I did, I'd want
pancakes,
like a
but-
thin pancake. I don't like the thick ones.
Like crepes.
Yeah.
I weirdly love McDonald's hotcakes. I think they're fantastic.
It's been years since I've had those, but I liked those. Also aren't too thick.
No, they're
Those
pretty
aren't too
thin.
bad.
Yeah.
They're like, I know they're just microwaved, but they're phenomenal.
My buddy got some some McDonald's pancakes the other day, and I thought to myself, I haven't had a McDonald's big breakfast in eons.
We're
What?
making McDonald's pancakes.
That's right.
One time I got the pancakes and then I got McFlurry and I put the McFlurry in the pancakes like it was a taco and I ate it. Wasn't that great, but I did eat it all. But
Man, and on that,
Wow.
we're out.
All right, then.
All right.
Jeez, thanks for that, Beth.
you're
That's
welcome.
See you next week.
Jeez.
Bye, guys.
Toodaloo.
Bye, Bethany.